Hello and welcome to Sacred Gold. We'll be playing a bit of this today. I'll probably do 1 or 2 episodes on this. I have never actually played Sacred Gold before, and I was actually interested in playing another game called Cult with a K, or otherwise it's called Heretic's Kingdom or Heretic Kingdoms The Inquisition, which is a game in the same genre as this, but well, Sacred Gold was on sale right now, and Cult wasn't, so I'll do this one instead. Maybe do Cult some other time. As you can see, this game is running at 4:3, but it is running at a high resolution. I went over to the PC Gaming Wiki, which I always do when I play all the games, to see if there are any essential improvements that can be done to it. This is Sacred Gold running with the, well, what would you call it? I don't know if it's a patch or a mod or an injector or whatever. This is using Voodoo, I'm not sure, dgVoodoo, something like that, which allows it to run on a higher resolution. Excuse my tangent before we begin, but I wanted to explain this because the PC Gaming Wiki advises to install this and then warns that it will switch to widescreen and you'll have artifacting. The graphics will be messed up, which is true, but it's not if you force it to run at 4:3, which you can do. In the Voodoo program, there are three tabs basically, and on the first one you can set the scaling mode to force 4:3, which I did, and then the artifacting is gone. If you force it to widescreen, there will be a line in the middle of this main menu, and then more lines on the other menus. In game, it seemed to be fine, but the main issue is that it stretches the game screen rather than enlarging the actual view. It just stretches your UI and whatnot, which I find annoying. I'd rather be playing at 4:3. To rectify this, the PC Gaming Wiki does also advise you to use a HD mod. I forget the name, something NL Sacred it was called. But yeah, that I tried that, but I didn't really like it. It's more of a, yeah, it changes too much. Gives you console command and cheat options and whatnot, but even the main menus are changed. It changes a bit of the aesthetics. It does some other stuff, and also the thing is, it did run at widescreen, but it didn't run at full screen. So it had a borderless window in kind of the middle of my screen that I couldn't get to full screen for some reason. So yeah, it wasn't much of a improvement. So I went back, uninstalled the HD mod, and this is just running the dgVoodoo with a forced 4:3 ratio. So with that out of the way, let's begin. Here we have the characters, and they have some pretty awesome voice acting, so let's have a listen.
I'm a gladiator, an expert in close combat and trained in all types of weapons. I feel most at home in two-handed combat, man to man, where I knock my opponent down with hard blows and taunt him as I send him into the next world.
Yeah, that's great. I actually recognize that voice actor, but I'm not really sure where he's from. I think he's been in lots of stuff, but I'm not really sure what it is.
I'm a seraphim, descended from a race of mystical warrior angels from the era of the Wars of the Gods. The gods granted the seraphim heavenly magic to weaken their opponents before laying them low with whirling blades.
Right, the thing is interesting, when we get to the third one, these first two pretty much explain their preferred playstyle. This third one is just all about aesthetics rather.
This world. How I've had enough of it. There were once worthy opponents in Ancaria, but those who spread fear and terror are long since gone. Fighting no longer holds a challenge for me, and life without fighting is meaningless, just like death.
Yeah, no, okay.
Once there were many like me. Children of the earth, folk of the mountains. We populated a world below this world. Rich and mighty we were, enough that even kings would seek our assistance. Those times are gone. Just like my kindred spirits. I am but the last of my kind, destined to preserve what is sacred to the dwarven race. It's not easy in times like these, but I will do my ancestors proud.
I actually thought that especially the first and the third character here are so cartoonish with their voices. I think the dwarf character is actually pretty subdued. He's not as stereotypical as as you'd think he would be.
I'm an elf, a forest ranger and a hunter, at one with the natural world around me. My magic has a protective character. I favor the bow and arrow, firing accurate single or multiple shots, and only entering close combat when hard pressed.
Right.
I'm a battle mage, and apart from magic, I have discovered the warrior's arts for myself. I am skilled in using swords and staves when forced into close combat, but my most powerful weapon is the magic of the elements, with which I am able to shake the very foundations of the world.
I'm a dark elf, and come from a power-hungry group of the elves. The ritual martial arts of our blood cult have turned me into a deadly shadow fighter, destroying my enemies with poisoned blades and precise blows from fists and feet.
I am the vampiress with a living soul, a blend of knightly close combat warrior, by day vanquishing her opponents with the sword, and at night a mad, diabolical beast of prey, tearing her victims apart and creating a ghastly following with blood-soaked kisses.
Right. I was watching a review of this game yesterday or the day before that even. And the guy in that video was playing as the vampiress here, and he had named her Kate Beckinsale, and it took me a while before, halfway through the video, before I realized why she was called that, because of course she's the actress that plays in those Underworld movies. So yeah, she's a vampire in those. So that was kind of funny. I won't. I'll spare you the tangent on the Underworld movies, because I have watched them and they're quite enjoyable in their own way, but at the same time they're pretty horrible movies. I think I'm gonna go
Seraphim.
with the Seraphim. Let's go with her. I have some names here that I got from a name generator. What should we call her? Visaris or Razira? Let's go with Visaris. So I mentioned I had never played this before, which is still rather true, but I have in fact, the review I mentioned that I watched recommended playing on silver, but on a test run I did earlier, I actually tried silver, and this character got pretty much mauled. So yeah, better stick with bronze for now. Let's start the game.
Ilim Shada, Noctura Premis Shayin,
die. Succumb!
If something...
The dream. Shadar the necromancer summons a demon and fails. The beast from the depths of hell is free. Drenched in sweat, you awaken from your restless sleep. Another one of those dreams, only it felt so real. And yet not so. The dream was like a shard of imminent danger. Could this be the return of what was laid to rest many eons ago? Can the novices from Silver Creek Cathedral ward themselves against such malevolence in the world of Ankaria? Welcome to Ankaria. In order to make your first adventure as easy as possible, important game elements will be described in windows like these. You will also find a general help screen if you press the H button. Okay. First steps. To begin with, you should do two things. Firstly, open the chest to look for items. Secondly, speak to the character who eagerly wishes to tell you something, indicated by a question mark and exclamation point above the character. Yeah, so here we are. Here is a line of some sort. So there is maybe still some graphical fragmentation going on. Collecting items. Chest, book stands, cupboard, barrels and other objects which are highlighted when the mouse pointer hovers over them can be searched by pressing the left mouse button. Sometimes items will be uncovered. Also defeated foes can drop items. Collect all with the A key. Alt key that highlights items. Collected items can be found in the backpack. Yeah. We have a torch, we have some healing potions. This gave us a combat art, which goes to our right mouse button. Combination of blows against an opponent.
Altaro, Sword Sister, I need your help. You must fight the robbers who have landed on the riverbank. Stop the villains desecrating the novices' chambers and threatening with abduction. Please, Seraphima, call upon your heavenly power and repel these wicked robbers. I will wait here for your victorious return.
Sister, the power of the gods will judge this scoundrel.
Right. Let's actually... No. Right. Speak to senior novice Leandra. The years of learning with my sisters of the sword of the monastery fortress of Ice Creek Dale seem so far back in the past now. Today they are close. In my veins a noble power that one day will allow me to call down favors from the gods in the form of thunder and lightning from the heavens. I have recently arrived at the Temple of Bellevue, where the novices of the Order of the Seraphim have given me sanctuary. Since this region is unsafe, bands of robbers who wander the paths at night are not uncommon these days. I should speak with First Novice Leandra. River pirates fight the robbers while they land. Wicked villains, robbers, cutthroats and thieves who have no shame or mercy have landed on the riverbanks to the north of the abbey. They are intent on evil. These villains, they plan to feast upon the flesh of the Sisters of Light. Through the justice of my sword, I shall teach them a lesson they will never forget and protect the young novices. The Seraphim are descended from a race of mystical angels. Ancient myths surrounding their origins date back to an era long before the realms of elves or man settled in Ankaria. The Seraphim draws on heavenly magic as well as a range of graceful but powerful combat moves. Characteristics, right. Magic lore. General knowledge of the lore of magic, increased damage with all spells, increasing damage suffered by an opponent. More efficient is combat with weapons of all types. We can attack. Right, and we have that one. Attacks an opponent with a combination blow. Yeah, this is rather annoying. This game, maybe you can change key bindings in an INI file, but you cannot change them in game. So you're not really meant to change them. And then the quick save and quick load buttons are F9, which is quick save, and F8, which is quick load. So that is rather backwards. I'm very much used to F5 being quick save and F9 being quick load. So yeah, better stick to making hard saves instead of using that. Sister Faladel, please fetch me some tangleweed from the herb garden. I am currently busy researching a new cure for rashes and I require some tangleweed from our herb garden to complete my experiment. I would be very grateful if you were kind enough to get some for me.
I'll take the job on.
Sure. Book of Geography. Tangleweed. Right, they show you where this is. Ankaria's heart. The core region of the Kingdom of Angaria used to be Orc and Dark Elven land. After Arnhem I took the fortress of the Dark Elves, the capital of Brave Rock was founded. Trees of the wood were cut back and the lands were made fertile. The rich villages of Shire's Pen, Bravesbury and Hedgington farmed the fields for corn and distributed it throughout the kingdom. Hedgington alone has managed to increase the output of their lands through political efficiency, which came when it split in two. Orc and Dark Elves have not been here in hundreds of years, and only lone robbers pose a threat to the common wanderer. More dangerous are the roads of the Thieves' Quarter of Brave Rock, controlled by the Guild of Thieves, and the Guild of Murderers, and openly revolted. Dangerous are the roads of the Thieves' Quarter of the Brave Rock, controlled by the Guilds of Thieves and the Guild of Murderers, and openly revolted by the noble houses. Even though in secret they finance these guilds to do their bidding. Right, so not a well kept secret then, if it's just in this book. Tab is a quick map. Right, we can see the quest objectives there. One chest, which is empty.
It must be here.
Gold. Introduction to fighting. In order to fight, a left click on the enemy is all that you need. If you keep the left mouse button pressed, then the attack is continued with the chosen weapon will be used for this attack. Right. Ranged fighters can hold the control key to stop the character from moving. Sometimes the outcome of a fight is decided by the wise use of combat arts. These are used when the right mouse button is pressed on an enemy. Combat arts need to be recharged before being used again. Right, so from what I understood, around this time there were quite a few... Oh, hang on. So yeah, when I was trying earlier on silver, I think the first character just killed me flat out right away. Don't think that is meant for dwarf, so we cannot use that. Yeah, the combat arts system seems to be the thing that kind of what would you say, makes it unique from just being another Diablo 2 clone, which there were quite a few of at this time.
Thief!
So yeah, already had to use a potion there.
Seraphima, die.
Renounce evil!
Right. Waypoints. To help with orientation, there are three possible options. The large arrow on the compass located at the bottom center of the screen will always show the direction of the main quest. With the tab key, a minimap will appear showing the surrounding areas. Red dots on the map indicate foes, while white dots show important people. The world map shows you your location within Ankaria itself. Let's see. This is rather handy. When we press the A button, she just picks stuff up herself. There's no need for us to pick stuff up individually. Splendid Ring of the Eagle. So that gives us some extra damage. Alright.
I'll be there any moment now.
Collecting rewards. Once all the objectives of a quest have been completed, the exclamation symbol will appear on top of a quest character. Speak to the character and they will reward you for your duties. Complete quests to gain experience, gold and reputation amongst the local folk. Once enough quests have been completed in a region, it will become more peaceful. A region with all quests completed will be represented in the world map through a flag.
Taro S. Victor, Victorious Seraphim, you have taught this vagabond a bloody lesson. In the meantime, Commander Ramada has requested your presence. Please go to him in the Bellevue garrison. This message was brought to us by the young cadet Weston, brother to our novice Imu. I do hope she is well. You had better hurry up, Sister of the Sword.
No more prayer for these dogs.
Right, that was an autosave, I suppose.
Altaro, Sword Sister, have you spoken yet to Commander Ramada at the Bellevue garrison?
No, I have not. So we can actually level up. Let's do magic. And I think this switches to attributes, right. Since we did... So yeah, if we want to use melee, we should be doing strength. As you can see, strength increases your attack rate, melee damage and health points. Endurance increases your body defenses and reduces the effect of poison. Dexterity affects defense rating and ranged damage. So that seems rather odd that we start out with a sword, but at the same time we start out with a higher dexterity than strength. Physical regeneration. The physical regeneration accelerates health recovery and the recovery of non-magical combat arts. Right. The greater the mental regeneration, the greater the damage that is dealt by spells. High mental regeneration shortens spell regeneration periods. Charisma decreases trade prices and increases the damage you are able to inflict with poison. Very well. Let's pick up some tangleweed. In honor of Pascal, Mistress of Combat. Let's talk to you. May your ancestors be merciful to you. Right, that is just all you say. Go in peace. May your ancestors be merciful upon you. See, you said the same thing. Here's the tangleweed. Again, rather just press A instead of actually picking it up. Runestone, in order of Semiramis, the wife of King Nebuchadnezzar II. Runestone, the Garden of Angels.
City air. That brings back some long-lost memories.
Alright. Probably not meant to say that voice line right now. Introduction to equipment. Your character can be equipped with items found in your backpack. Clothing and jewelry can be worn by placing the items in the corresponding fields. Towards the right of your backpack, weapons are placed in slots to the left of your compass. Right. The weapons in the selected slot are used to attack when the left mouse button is pressed on a foe. Pressing the right mouse button on an item will automatically equip it in the corresponding place on the character. If an item, armor for example, is collected and not already equipped by the character, it will be equipped automatically when it's picked up. Right. Combat arts are special skills for your character. To learn a new skill, you need to find and use right mouse button a rune. You will then learn a new combat art, which can then be placed in the slot on the right side of the compass and used by pressing the right mouse button on a foe. Right, so now... Oh yeah, you actually change by clicking. So now we could activate this combat art. Let's see, is there... There's no book in here, is there? No. Thank you so much for your assistance. Finally, I'm able to complete my work and then I can put the new cure to the test. Energy bolts. Combat jump. So we get 2 combat arts for that. Let's see. Jump towards an enemy at a distance with hard attack on landing. That's like a charge ability. That's pretty cool. Energy bolts. Energy just discharges at a high firing rate. Let's change to that for now. Oh. Do we actually put the sword away now? Seems like it. Let's make a hard save here. Alright, we have auto saves there. Hang on. This is my save from yesterday. Oh, I didn't save it. I loaded one up. Let's load this one then. We get set back a bit. Ah, that's a shame. Well, it's a good thing. Yeah, we know about that. Do we still have the tangleweed? I don't know. Let's see. Nope, we don't. Oh. Equipment. Yeah, we know about equipment. They keep telling us about equipment for some reason. And now we get different Yeah, we get different combat arts. That's interesting. Yeah. Rotation on the spot, which throws all opponents back and causes them damage. Opponent changes side for a time and fights with the Seraphim. So yeah, I guess we'll pick that one for now. That's less interesting than the lightning, though. Let's overwrite the old save game. Yes, that is what I want to do. There we go. Yeah, we talk to you. May the blessing of the gods go with you. What's over here? We have another book stand with nothing in it. We can actually zoom in a bit. This is as far as it zooms in, and we can zoom out a bit. $38 gold. Be gone. Be gone. Well, you're not very nice, are you? Yeah, but I finished those quests, didn't I? Yeah. Speak to Commander Romara at the Bellevue garrison. Commander Romara, a faithful servant of the King Arnhem, sent for me while I was fighting the river pirates. I am to go and see him straight away, because the Order of the Seraphim serves the kingdom as guardians of faith and justice. Experience. By defeating enemies and completing quests, you gain experience points. Once a certain amount has been collected, your character will increase a level. Leveling will allow you to increase your character's statistics and skills. Additionally, a plus icon will appear next to your character's portrait, giving you the opportunity to either improve current skills or add new ones. These will appear at the top right of the inventory screen. Improve your current skills by left-clicking on the plus icon next to the respective skill. At certain levels you can also add a new skill. Your choice will depend on the type of character you wish to create. Oh, hang on. Last foe, cutthroat. So hang on. Right, this compass marker. Oh, that's interesting. You can just... Oh, that's cool. So yeah, this game... Oh, that's nice as well. Oh, you can actually see where we need to go. Oh, right, it also shows on the map. So this game actually, contrary to Diablo and a lot of those types of games, this map is static. Everything has its place, and doesn't matter if you reload, it's not randomly generated. But I wasn't really looking for that. I was trying to get to my skills, but I don't really know. Where those are meant to be. Dex plate plus 14, speed plus 2, regeneration, special move plus 33. That's annoying. I do think I figured out how to do it, but now I can't remember. No. That's not it. Alright, that's just sorting items. That's pretty handy. arts, attack, defense, health, magic. Well, let's leave for now. We have another quest here. Help me, Sister of Light. Free novice Nimue from the robbers' cave on the river. Some robbers have landed north of the abbey, while another horde has stormed its lands. These villains have abducted our sister Nimue. I saw the tracks leading towards the old river cave near Silver Creek. Taro S. Victor, Seraphima.
I'm on the way now.
Right. Merchants. All over Ankaria, merchants can be found who will buy your surplus items and offer other items for you to purchase. With a right mouse button click, you can buy items instantly while holding shift key. By pressing the left mouse button on an item in your backpack will sell automatically. The merchant in your area can be found through the use of the world map. Merchants are represented by a money sack above their heads. So yeah, that's in here. Take it. There he is. We have just a merchant called Merchant, and we'll sell you these shoes. We have 486 gold. I'd like some armor, but that is really expensive. 3,000, 3,000, 1580, 2,000. So yeah, that's not happening. We can't even buy another health potion, which we could use because we only have 2 left. Weapons also rather expensive. 31 to 34 damage. Those are. So this can only be used by a dark elf. Let's do a quick save and let's see if we can abduct it. Right. And we're at the X. So let's see. A fine old fairy story was told to me by a soldier from Ahiltar. He said he had found 2 goblins named Ruka and Arnor, who were apparently working for the evil necromancer Shadar, gathering reagents for him. What a load of drivel. I don't believe for a moment that there really is a Shadar in some distant tower. It's just a bedtime story of evil magicians and demons to frighten the children. Well, from the intro, it looks like the story was right. Your kind does not pay taxes, do they? Well, I guess we don't. Okay, we just shoved open a coven. That's fine. So I guess we have to kind of move around. What do you want? Well, the thing I actually like is some armor, because we're kind of running around in our underpants. Aha, we just keep spinning for a bit. So they both regenerate, it seems. At the same time, it's not that if you use one, then striking bow of the falcon. Let's put that there. Did you drop anything? No. at that, we have some armor. We're covered up in everything.
My armor offers too little defense against normal weapons.
Damage sword. 43, 52, so that is better than what we have. So let's switch back to that one. Are we carrying the sword now? Yeah. I wonder if this is... Oh, hang on. 25. 7% to attack. I might be confusing the game I mentioned at the start that I was actually planning to play, or was kind of interested in, and then kind of through that game I got to playing this instead. But I'm not sure if it's this. No, I think this one. No, because we have gotten combat arts by just they drop from these kind of stones, and then you learn combat arts that way. I think it's the other game that has certain items that have skills on them, and then if you want that skill, you basically have to use that item for a bit, and then eventually you just learn the skill. I was confusing the two, because I thought for a moment that this was that game, and so forth. There you go. Potion of Mentors, which does... What's this? Ah, increases experience points for a moment. Damage sword of battle. Right, it's better than what we have. Damage braces of oblivion, which we equipped right away because we weren't wearing braces. And those show up as well, I think. Don't they? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So this should be the cave, I guess. A mace. No, that's less damage than what we have. In here, cabinet. Ah, got some gold from that. I think I hear someone.
Vagabond!
Yeah, we leveled up again. Let's keep pumping strength now. New skill. Alright. Increase the regeneration rate of magical spells. This skill increases the regeneration of combat techniques. Decreases the spell and regeneration time for all spells. Increase the ability to fight with long-handled weapons. Increase the attack efficiency and speed of fighting with swords. Increase the health and the rate of healing, parrying. Allows attacks by opponents with weapons and shield to be parried. Increases this skill will enhance the handling of horses. So, I guess without parrying we can't parry at all, so maybe it's wise to take this. So then at least we can parry, because this is all increases of something that we already can do, but parrying isn't. So let's use that for now. Oh, do we get another one? Alright, that is the new skill that we chose to learn, and then we still... Right. Okay. Fragile wings of the novice. Sparkling wings of the menial. This one gives more attack, while this one gives defense. Let's do some. 42, no. Stick with what we have. I'd like a shield. Get a proper sword and board going. Although I'm probably making... Ah, there she is. I'll probably end up with a boring character. I always tend to do that in ARPGs. Kind of put too much points in passives and whatnot rather than getting cool spells.
Seraphima, you've come to save me. This cage is magic. You must kill the sorcerer to destroy it.
Well, then we'll do just that. The look of this game also reminds me of Divine Divinity, which that is a game I actually have played a bit of. It was a bit of a shame. I checked it earlier if this the kind of the voodoo program that I'm using to upscale this, if that also worked on Divine Divinity, but it doesn't look like it does. Divine Divinity is a little older than this game. This game is from 2004. Divine Divinity is from 2002. This game actually has 3D models, and I think Divine Divinity still has 2D. Ruby Staff of Peasants. Right, so this is a two-handed weapon. Oh, and this scales off of dexterity. Let's try it out for a bit. We don't have shield anyway.
It must be here.
Must be here. What was it? What? It's kind of a weird walk when you have a two-hander.
I want the heart still beating. Atone for Morganar.
The girl belongs to me. You play with darkness. My master will pay a high price for her untouched blood.
You will soon be meeting your followers in the next world.
Huh, it's pretty cool that they add voice acting like that. Let's see, what did we get? Did we get anything good? No. Nope. So, yeah, let's check here first, but the spell should be broken now. Yeah, we already have those. How much gold do we have? 1301. Let's switch back to the sword. There you go.
Saved! Don't worry about me anymore, Sword Sister. I can get out of here now that mind-controlled prison is gone. I shall tell Weston, who serves under Commander Ramada at Bellevue, about this sect. One more thing. I heard the sorcerer muttering something about the silver blood of the Seraphim. Could one of your blood sisters be in the hands of the sect somewhere else?
Right, so we saved her. We can buy a shield now. I think. And we have some stuff to sell anyway. Ah, healing potion. That is better. A brigand with an axe, which doesn't do a lot of damage. No, we can't dual wield, I think. Let's try to buy a shield, and after that I'll call the first episode. So that's weird actually. I'm looking at this, should be a merchant, but there's something here. There it is. Jade armor, which is meant for the wood elf, so we cannot use it. But yeah, this is a cliff, there's no merchant here. Maybe down there somewhere, but let's head back to the shop. Get my shield, see if that works. And I'll probably do another episode getting to the Bellevue, kind of the main quest. So yeah, there does seem to be a day-night cycle here. Have you heard? So this is actually the novice that we just saved, Nimwes. Have you heard? Some say there are hidden caves and dungeons beyond the old villa, where a vampire beast dwells, but no one dares enter such dark places, apart from the wicked or the foolish, who lust after gold, fortune and glory. Do you have any? Altoros and Seraphima, thank you for saving our sister Nimwes. You have a dangerous path before you. Take our blessing and this gift as an expression of our gratitude. Ah, So that was pretty cool actually that we, because I think the quest was already completed, so the game didn't tell us to go back to her, but we got a reward for doing so. Let's see, you can have this, and this for the gladiator, this for the wood elf. Level 1, level 1, level 1. You can have those, and those, and those. You can have all this stuff. Oh, we have a pretty... Ooh, two-handed sword. That's pretty cool. But then we can't use a shield. Maybe... 57. Spear. Trident. 65. So this one has that little block here. I'm guessing that means something. Hmm. $5,000, $3,000. Oh, I see you're all out of shields now, aren't you? Right. Well, let's buy something. Let's buy this then. Buy item. Yes. Then you can have this one. I'll equip this one. Ah, so it doesn't change that much, not that much bigger, and she doesn't change stance with a two-hander. Oh well. Right, so this was my first look at Sacred Gold. I'll do another episode on this. Yeah, it's been pretty interesting and fun so far. Thanks for watching.